live in palaces of marble and gold. Their cars are wrapped in precious metals. Their private jets fly higher than headlines, but beneath the diamonds and designer gowns. Some are quietly trying to escape. One was captured at sea, another vanished, and many more live in silence, unseen, unheard, carefully guarded behind walls that don't just keep the world out, but keep them in. This isn't fantasy. This is the untold story of the women behind the thrones of the Arab world. Princesses who wield soft power, who build empires from the shadows, who play by ancient rules, or dare to break them. These women are not ornaments. They're strategists, rebels, survivors. So, what really happens behind the palace gates? Let's find out. Step into the palaces of the Gulf, and you'll find more than opulence. You'll find women like Princess Sarah bint Mashur al Saud, granddaughter of a king, wife of the crown prince, mother of 5. Her story, like many, is told through whispers, lavish rooms, priceless art, and the isolation that often comes with power. Media often captures the splendor, but the truth is far less photogenic. Reports have hinted at turmoil behind the scenes, domestic struggles, rigid expectations, and silence. Sarah has never addressed the rumors, but even unspoken, the tension is visible. Still, her platform matters. Away from cameras, she supports social causes, philanthropy, and family legacy. It's influence without spectacle, quiet but real. And that duality, privilege and pressure, is everywhere in this world. But there's more to the story than golden cages. There are moments of courage, rebellion, and transformation. What happens when charity becomes politics? When a $1 million donation doesn't just save lives, but shifts global perception? Saudi royal women, including Princess Sarah, operate at the heart of a vast philanthropic empire, one that stretches from Gulf hospitals to refugee camps across the world. Billions have flowed through royal channels into health initiatives, education, women's empowerment, and disaster relief. The world sees benevolence, but behind every donation is a message, and behind every act of kindness, a calculation. Consider the pledges to the World Bank's Women Entrepreneurs Fund. On the surface, they empower women to start businesses in developing nations. But they also soften the image of a country often criticized for gender inequality. A $100 million education donation? It builds more than schools. It builds political bridges, social capital, and international goodwill. These gifts are currency. They open doors that diplomats can't. They change headlines. They rewrite narratives. So, are these royal acts born of compassion or crafted for strategy? The answer is both. Philanthropy gives royal wives a rare tool. In a world where their public voice is often controlled, charity lets them speak with action. It's not just generosity, it's an influence. And often, it's the only kind of power they can wield without permission. Some royal wives disappear into luxury, but Princess Amira Al Tawil chose to do the opposite. Raised by a single mother in Riyadh, far from the inner circles of power, Amira's ascent into royalty, through her marriage to billionaire Prince Al Walid bin Talal, was the stuff of modern fairy tales. But unlike most fairy tales, she didn't stay silent in the castle. As vice chair of Al Walid Philanthropies, she became a force for global change, spearheading relief in natural disasters, funding orphanages, advocating for interfaith dialogue. She traveled to more than 70 countries, refusing to be a ceremonial figurehead. "My role isn't to smile and stay silent," she told Time, and she meant it. After her divorce, many expected her to retreat. Instead, she leaned in, becoming more vocal about women's rights, education, and reform. Her presence at global forums, her unapologetic advocacy, and her refusal to play by traditional rules turned her into a lightning rod for both praise and criticism. She is not just a symbol, she is a signal that a royal woman can lead, speak, and redefine what influence looks like in the modern Arab world. Behind Dubai's glitter lies a quieter power, Sheikha Hind bint Maktoum bin Juma al Maktoum. She doesn't give interviews, she rarely appears in public, but she leads from the shadows. As the wife of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum and mother to 12 of his children, she sits at the heart of one of the Gulf's most powerful dynasties. She rarely appears in public. She never gives interviews, but her fingerprints are everywhere, from the Emirates Food Bank to youth development initiatives and women's support programs. Her strength lies in discretion. While others speak, Sheikha Hind acts. During national crises, she has been a stabilizing force. During family fractures, like Princess Latifa's attempted escape or Princess Haya's legal storm in London, she has remained steady, holding the royal family's image and structure in place. When Latifa tried to flee in 2018, the footage shocked the world. A princess captured on the open sea, pleading for freedom. A year later, Princess Haya fled with her children and exposed private royal details in court. Her story is not loud, but it is powerful. A matriarch who holds the crown not on her head, but in her hands. From the outside, it looks like paradise. Palaces the size of cities, gold-plated supercars, jets turned into airborne mansions. But inside, life in these golden cages comes with chains no one sees. Imagine waking up in a world where every luxury is accounted for. Chefs from every corner of the globe, private stylists, security teams, exotic animals, and staff to handle them all. Every detail curated, every comfort within reach. But behind the velvet drapes and crystal chandeliers lies something no one advertises. A constant erosion of privacy, choice, and control. In a palace, the rarest luxury is solitude. Royals like Dubai's Crown Prince Fazza or Princess Sarah of Saudi Arabia are under constant surveillance. Not just by security, but by advisors, by protocol, by millions watching through social media. Every word, every photo, every outfit scrutinized. And for the women, the scrutiny is doubled. When Princess Haya fled Dubai in 2019, it wasn't just scandal, it was a revelation. Her escape, her court battle in London, and the record-breaking settlement pulled back the curtain on a world where appearances matter more than agency. Luxury in this world can feel like captivity. Gold-plated cars, yachts with cinemas, jets with golden sinks. They aren't just status symbols. They're reminders that every gift comes with expectation. Royals must project perfection, embody tradition, and protect reputation, no matter what it costs. And then there's the loneliness. When everyone around you is vetted, when every relationship is filtered through politics or appearances, who do you trust? Even family gatherings can feel like performances. For some, like Princess Latifa and Princess Shamsa, the only way out was escape. And when that failed, returning was the only option. So, the next time you see a royal waving from a balcony or gliding by in a gold Bugatti, remember, what glitters isn't always free. Behind every polished smile, there might be a silent scream. In Saudi Arabia and the UAE, succession used to be a whisper. Now it's a storm. The younger generation of royals is educated, global, social media savvy, and fiercely ambitious. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's rapid ascent reshaped the Saudi monarchy. Power once shared across sprawling royal networks has narrowed. Rivals were sidelined, cousins marginalized, friends rewarded. Family tensions flared beneath the gold-framed portraits. But this is no longer just about bloodlines. It's about influence, business, control, and image. Young royals have turned to Instagram instead of backroom politics, crafting digital personas, building global clout, and signaling loyalty or dissent without ever saying a word. In this new era, a perfectly curated photo can carry more weight than a speech. And in this chessboard of shifting power, royal wives are often the unseen players. They manage alliances through marriage, protect their children's futures, and preserve family dignity while navigating the fallout of succession battles. They aren't on the front lines, but they are in the war room. In this world, gold is more than decoration. It's declaration. A $10 million Bugatti owned by Prince Turki bin Abdullah. Amphibious tanks and private falcons for Dubai's Crown Prince Fazza. A $500 million yacht for Sheikha Moza with more amenities than most resorts. These aren't purchases, they're performances. Every golden Rolls-Royce is a message. I've arrived. Every yacht party, a diplomatic signal. Every Instagram photo, a carefully calculated flex. Luxury here is not about comfort, it's about status. It's about visibility. And in monarchies, where silence is a virtue, opulence becomes the language of power. But even these dreams have limits. Every indulgence draws eyes. Every extravagance comes with scrutiny. And for every crown encrusted in jewels, there's a weight few outside the palace will ever truly understand. If luxury defines daily life for Arab royals, travel is their greatest stage. Qatar's Sheikha Moza bint Nasser doesn't just travel, she arrives. Aboard the Al Lusail, her $500 million super yacht, she sails not as a guest of luxury, but as its queen. With 6 decks, a cinema, salon, gym, elevator, and helipad, this floating palace is as much a symbol of power as it is comfort. Its interiors blend Qatari heritage with world-class design. It's not a vessel, it's a message. She commands the skies with equal force. The Qatari royal fleet includes custom Boeing 747s transformed into airborne palaces. These aircraft are fitted with lounges, private suites, and even presidential bedrooms, each detail curated for diplomacy, privacy, and spectacle. Saudi royals travel no less grandly. Queen Foda, wife of King Salman, reportedly flies aboard a 747-400, outfitted with gold-trimmed salons and palatial bedrooms. At sea, they board mega yachts like the Serene, 134 meters of floating sovereignty, complete with spas, underwater lounges, and multiple pools. Princess Amira Al Tawil, known for her cinematic style, blends opulence with flair. Spiral staircases in private jets, banquet-ready interiors, and gold-trimmed motorcades are part of her signature presence. Her journeys are statements, each one carefully orchestrated, unmistakably royal. But for these women, travel isn't about indulgence. It's about visibility. It's about arriving like no one else. And it's about showing the world that in this high-stakes monarchy, presence is power. As our journey nears its end, one truth becomes clear. Arab royal wives live at the crossroads of legacy and revolution. They are heirs to dynasties, guardians of culture, and mothers to the next generation of rulers. But they are also lawyers, philanthropists, activists, pushing, gently or boldly, against the limits drawn around them. Princess Amira Al Tawil didn't just join royalty, she changed its rhythm. From advocating women's rights to launching education campaigns, she used her platform not for pageantry, but for change. Her path wasn't easy, but it was hers. Then there are the stories that shook the world. Princess Latifa's daring escape attempt, Princess Shamsa's disappearance, Princess Haya's legal war for freedom. These stories are not just about individual struggle. They are snapshots of a system under pressure, a monarchy clashing with modernity. But hope lies in the next generation, educated, connected, and ambitious. Today's royal women are no longer content with silence. They launch humanitarian programs. They use their influence to redefine what it means to be royal. And they do it in a world that still expects them to smile and stay quiet. Their lives are contradictions, opulence and isolation, tradition and rebellion, obedience and ambition. And yet, they continue to move forward, carving out space where none was given. So, what comes next? Perhaps nothing less than a redefinition of royalty itself. One crown, many voices, some loud, some quiet, but all shaping the legacy of tomorrow. In the end, the most gilded lives may also be the most guarded. And maybe that's the price of being a queen, when the crown is made of gold, but also of glass. If this glimpse behind the palace walls surprised you, moved you, or made you question what royalty really means, share your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe, because the queens behind the gold, they're just getting started.